If you know me very well, you should know that one of my favorite Sega Genesis games is Shadowrun. I completely adore that game. I love the cyberpunk setting, the storytelling, narration, real-time action battles, the Matrix, the music, and a lot more. But one thing about Shadowrun that I usually don't share with people is that I feel that is one of the creepiest games I've ever played. It is the reason why I love it and the reason why sometimes I need to be in the correct headspace to play it. In this video, I'm going to share with you reasons why Shadowrun for the Sega Genesis creeps me out so much. The first time I played Shadowrun was in 1995 through the Sega Channel service. Around this time, I haven't played many RPGs, but I knew and understood quickly that this was a game that I needed to take my time and play and absorb the atmosphere the game offered. Firstly, the whole atmosphere of the game is rather dark and bleak, completely the opposite of the sunny carefree vibes of Sonic 2's Emerald Hill Zone. As you play the game, in certain areas you even see trash tumbling down the streets and cars stripped. Even the more upscale areas have this very lonely and unsettling feeling to them, as if humanity just gave up on the world. You do come across some NPCs, like random people walking around aimlessly as if they're searching for some kind of light in the darkness, with the enemies that want to bring more darkness to the streets. Majority of the areas in this game appear to take place at night, but there are some areas outside of the city that take place in the daytime, but the residue of the darkness is still smudged in those areas. When you plug into the Matrix, it has this very cold and vast unstable feeling. You see the lightning striking in the background, and there isn't much architecture to offset the vast landscape. Another reason why this game creeps me out is the character portraits for NPCs and even the main character Joshua. Some of the NPCs look so menacing and weird design-wise. For example, this elf character. Look at those eyes, those sharp angles. So intense. Check out the design of this NPC that's supposed to be a hologram of some sort. It looks half human, half alien. This used to really creep me out. The most spookiest character portrait is actually a blank portrait. No picture of a character at all. The narration in this game can get creepy as well. It definitely has a paper and pen board game feel because it uses a second person perspective and they are extremely vivid a majority of the time. Check out this description of a ghoul building coupled with the blank character portrait. I feel that the random encounter feature in this game makes it very scary for me as well. It's similar in concept to how JRPGs have random encounter battles when you're walking around in the dungeons or other areas, but instead of a battle, you're presented with a situation and you are given several choices to affect or impact that situation. The cool thing about it is that the choosing of the same choice can have a different outcome most of the time and can be influenced by your progress in the game. What makes it creepy to me is that early on, because you're so weak, that the outcomes can change frequently and you're always presented with some sense of danger that can result in a death. One random encounter I find very creepy, even though it isn't dangerous at all, is the one where someone just takes your picture. A strong point of the game are the real-time battles that can happen when you're exploring the streets and inside certain buildings for certain missions. The odds of you running into enemies isn't terribly high, but when it happens, it's definitely an interesting fight. Early on, when you are very weak, these real-time battles can be very, very scary, especially when you're doing a courier mission or an escort mission. Did the Genesis version of Shadowrun creep you out as well? If so, what elements made it creepy for you? Let me know in the comments.